opponents. This is an opponent they can beat. This is an opponent I'm picking them to win 38-17, and I feel I'm being kind to Florida State with that score. This is a game where LSU could really make a statement, really start the Brian Kelly era coming out with a bang in the Superdome. The temple of LSU football in New Orleans, in a way, the second home of LSU football. It's on, baby. I'm so excited for Sunday night, Mark. I feel that this is a game where LSU are prepped. LSU are ready. I don't feel Brian Kelly is overlooking any little detail. He's even going to have the players do a walkthrough at the Superdome that day. He's not going to let his guys be bored, be lackadaisical that day. He wants them sharp. He wants their minds ready. He's always been preaching since he's arrived at LSU. It's how his players think. It's the mentality of how his players think about themselves. It's how they think about what they're about to do that will shape what they then physically carry out and do. And it's gone from thinking to being automatic in the last fall camp scrimmage. I really loved what I was seeing from the defense. I feel like if we saw a shameless defensive performance for Matt House's group, I think it'd be a shocker. Even though they're an unfamiliar group, there's still so many veterans on that defense that it's enough that you've got to beat Florida State here. You've got to take away the football. There's going to be those opportunities. LSU have to take advantage, Mark.
If the offensive line can protect, and if either Nussmeier is the guy or Daniels and they can deliver, I do agree with you that those LSU receivers will make plays against the Florida State secondary.
It could be, you look at a guy like Kayshon Boutte, Mark, and I know I've gone on and on about him even before he played a snap at LSU. I was making jokes about the last thing they'll see is his booty going all the way to the end zone. It's true, though. This guy just glides. I feel he's even strong. He's stronger physically this year. He's thicker physically, but he's even faster. The dude's even faster. And he just recovered from a double surgery, probably about 7-8 months ago now. Coming in here, he was dry, wasn't really, he was kind of rough around the edges coming back into practice. He is full to go, wearing the number 7 mark. He is a record-breaking day waiting to happen, Kayshon Boutte. And we saw it against Ole Miss. That's an SEC defense still. I think we could see it against Florida State. It just depends on who's the quarterback.
Brian Kelly gets knocked for losing big games, but we're talking elite, top of the line, huge games. So he's won a lot of these kind of games. Florida State's not fill in the blank, those type teams. Florida State is one of the teams that Brian Kelly has regularly beaten throughout his career, setting up to get to college football playoff appearances and BCS championship games. So Brian Kelly has made it a career at Notre Dame in particular of winning these kind of games. Mike Norvell, biggest game he's won, I guess, Miami last year. He really hasn't won a big game.
Yeah. And there's just some really strange decisions. They were up something like 23-0, and there's 6 seconds left in the half. He calls a timeout. It was like, what are you doing? It's just, you want to get a punt return or something? I don't understand what he was doing there. And a player actually got hurt. A Florida State player actually got hurt from that extra play. So it was like, what was the purpose of that? I'm not trying to, that's just one little example. I don't know really much about Mike Norvell. But seeing how Florida State are as a team, I think they're going in the right direction from what they've been the last few years. But if LSU does not come out, ready to really just rock 'em, sock 'em, rock and roll in the Superdome, really bury this team, especially in the first half, really come out and make a statement, I will be shocked, Mark. I will be gobsmacked, really, because this is a Brian Kelly coach team. This is an intense coaching staff. From Joe Sloan and the quarterbacks, who's one of the most, probably one of the most angriest dudes on that staff when it comes to coaching them hard, to Jamar Cain on the defensive line. You've got so many personalities there to keep them straight, keep them in line. And there's so many battles going on here for positions. for starting spots, that I feel the rotation is going to naturally lend itself to success because guys are going to come in there wanting to impress. Someone like Desmond Little, we barely even talked about at defensive end. He's someone who can come in there and smack him in the mouth. Makai Wingo, defensive line. This guy's a freshman All SEC from last year, transfer, 16th rated overall transfer in the country, who LSU were able to grab, and he might be coming on as a second stringer behind Jaquelin Roy and Mason Smith. This defensive line has to have a field day. They should have a field day.
Lon will have a field day each and every week after the LSU game on our LSU post game here at the Voice of College Football. So as you check out his work on LSU Odyssey throughout the week, remember to make this a stop after the ball game, starting with the Florida State game, LSU post game here at the Voice of College Football. And Lon will deliver, and he will be here to answer your comments and questions. That I'm looking forward to as much as the ball game itself.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're going to pull out all the stops. This is an open invitation right here, right now. I've talked to a lot of friends, a lot of people who I've known are in the LSU community for a long time now, but anyone who is really interested, serious about coming on with us for these post games to deliver your opinions, your takes live right here with us, come on, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get weird on Saturday and, Sunday this week nights. Let's get weird. Let's get crazy. There might be some players joining us this season. You never know. When you never know with someone like us from LSUOdyssey.com with who we're talking to. You never know who's coming through that door. It's going to be wild this season. That's all I can say. There's going to be some surprises.
In the meantime, folks, LSU Odyssey to get yourself psyched up, prepped up, ready, informed for LSU Florida State. Lon, we always appreciate the time. You're phenomenal. Appreciate you being here. We will see you in a few days.
Football's here, baby. Let's do it, Mark. Let's do it. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. LSU football is right here. The Brian Kelly era begins. I'm ready to just stick my fist through that TV screen right now, Mark. I cannot wait. I'm going to be jumping up and down on this couch, and it's going to be crazy. Crazy.